Joy and happiness comes from suffering for righteousness' sake. Suffering is a gift. Why? Because it tells me that I'm operating in the center of God's will, and that on the other side of that suffering comes enlightenment, comes a closer walk with God. I trade my sadness and my sorrowness for joy. I trade that on the altar and I give that to God, and He gives me joy. He gives me happiness. He gives me the understanding that what I'm doing and why I'm suffering is for a purpose. So when I'm suffering and I give it to God, joy comes out of that. For people who are suffering and they don't have no joy, it's because they're not going to God. They're not going to the altar. They're not putting their suffering on the altar and exchanging it for the power of God, exchanging it for the joy of the Lord. So you don't have joy. You don't have happiness. You're suffering and you keep looking at what you're suffering instead of looking at God and what He is desiring to come out of your suffering. You have to show your faith. This is what faith is about. And if I go to church, but I cannot exhibit faith in God, that I trust Him, then what is my going to church for?